The Famous Room channel says hi. When viewers were first introduced to the reality series Little People Big World on TLC, they thought, well, here is a unique yet wholesome family out there in the world, just experiencing life as it comes. Matt and Amy Roloff, along with their 4 children, ran a family farm in Oregon and seemed like the picture-perfect family. Sure, they struggled with their varying forms of dwarfism and everyday business and family woes, but they were in it to win it. We fell in love with their go-getter attitudes and their unwavering support and love for each other. Then the wheels came right off. The marriage between Matt and Amy hit the skids, and we learned that one of the most clean-cut families in reality TV was anything but. There are so many skeletons in the Roloff family's closet. Here are 16 things that people keep ignoring about Little People Big World. 16. Matt's death hoax. At the end of the 5th season, patriarch Matt Roloff suffered a health scare that left fans of the show wondering what had happened to him. The internet was abuzz with all sorts of speculation, with some sites even claimed that Matt had passed away. His family had to eventually make a statement assuring the world that Matt was alive and well. 15. Jacob was supposedly forced to participate in the show. Jacob Roloff was only 9 years old when his parents decided to embark on a life in reality television. Years later, Jacob would go on to claim that his parents forced him against his will to participate in the family show when he clearly didn't want to be on television. No wonder there are tensions to this day. 14. Matt has a tendency to get behind the wheel of a car when he shouldn't. Matt Roloff has struggled with his choices behind the wheel. In 2003, he received a citation for hitting the bottle and then hitting the road, but those charges were ultimately dropped. He didn't seem to learn his lesson, however, because in 2007, he was again pulled over for driving erratically. 13. Audrey and Jeremy Roloff's conservative views turned some viewers off. Audrey Roloff has some very conservative life views, and she has got considerable backlash for sharing them with people. She has adamantly spoken out against those choosing to live alternative lifestyles. Jeremy, also a staunch conservative, made public comments about how a man should never stop pursuing a woman. Oof, at least they have each other. 12. Audrey makes it clear that feminism is not her jam. Audrey Roloff is a lot of things, but feminist, she is not. The author, wife and mother of 2, has gone as far as to state that a woman's body no longer belongs to her once she's wed. No girl. She took things a step further and went all Michelle Duggar, telling fans that their duty was to please their man. 11. Jacob never completed high school. In this day and age, education is highly valued. Most parents aim to see their children at least earn their high school degrees. Youngest son Jacob Roloff went against the grain and probably his parents' wishes and dropped out of his public high school. He did go back and earn his credits online though. 10. The family has been sued over their farm. The Roloff family has endured health woes, divorce and even legal battles. A guest of their Oregon farm once sued them. Linda Farrell claimed that she became injured at the farm because of the owner's neglect. Linda wanted $100,000 for her pain. The Roloffs said no way. They ultimately settled out of court. 9. Jacob might have been swindled out of his hard-earned cash. A few of the Roloff kids are very outspoken, with the youngest son Jacob perhaps being the most outrageous. He has made all sorts of claims over recent years, but one of his wildest claims is that the show and his own family swindled him out of earnings that were due to him for his reality TV work. 8. This family is not loved by their neighbors. Most people think that community is essential, but not the Roloffs. They're not well liked by their neighbors, and they don't seem to mind at all. The people living near the Roloff farm complain that the farm is overpriced and incredibly crowded, making their lives very inconvenient come pumpkin season. 7. Matt's new woman knows the family really well. Fans of the show could not believe it when the Roloffs announced that they were calling things quits back in 2014. Matt didn't spend much time swimming around the dating pool. He quickly announced that he was romantically involved with Karen Chandler. Chandler was once the farm's general manager. 6. Jacob Roloff claims his family is nothing like on TV. Jacob Roloff is not his family's biggest fan. He has claimed that his parents forced him into reality television against his will and that he was owed money from his work on Little People Big World. He has also made claims that his family is nothing like what viewers see on television. 5. The show might be staged. Many reality shows have been accused of being phony and staged, and Little People Big World is no different. The youngest Roloff, Jacob, has claimed the show scripts scenes, and nothing is what it seems. While everything plays out dramatically on television, Jacob says everything viewers see is quite calculated. 4. Amy did not want to get divorced. Amy and Matt Roloff were married for almost 30 years before divorcing, and Amy was left utterly devastated at the split. She has opened up about her speculation that Matt and the farm manager Karen, Matt's now girlfriend, were a lot more than just friends even back when Matt and Amy were hitched. 3. Amy's new man might be in it for the money. Amy Roloff was clearly heartbroken after Matt ended their marriage, so fans were initially thrilled to see the mother of 4 moved on to find love again. It wasn't long after her new relationship went public that people began to wonder if Amy's new man, Chris Merrick, was using her for fame and money. We hope that isn't the case. 2. Amy has been displaced from her position on the farm by Matt's new girlfriend. After decades together, Matt and Amy decided to divorce, but they both continue to work on the Roloff farm. Matt and Amy have moved on romantically, and there have been recent reports that Matt's new lady, Karen, is front and center at the farm. Karen is enjoying being the #1 lady in Matt's life and at the Roloff farm. 1. Amy's Beaverton Bakery business had an infestation issue. Amy Roloff has a real talent in the kitchen. She's quite the baker. She took her talent to an online bakery to collaborate on some tasty treats. Unfortunately, nothing went as planned, and the bakery Amy partnered up with, Beaverton Bakery, ran into a real rodent problem. Not a great look for the future entrepreneur.